Hey there, good people. We are back for another episode of Grab Those Keys, this time for the week of June 12th, 2019, along with June 5th, 2019. If this is your first time coming through the channel, thanks a lot for stopping by. I really appreciate you giving the channel a shot. Hopefully you see some books that you like, or you just enjoy the vibe of the video overall. And if you do, please be sure to like, share with your friends, subscribe, and definitely comment. I love hearing from each and every one of you. Current subscribers, you guys and girls are awesome. The channel just surpassed 700 subs. That is wild to me, but I am really appreciative of that. And yeah, so that's pretty exciting. But with that being said, I want to take a little bit of time to kind of shout out people that inspired me to get started. I've been putting it off for a while intentionally. I wanted to hit this mark before I did so, but I just have to give a really big shout out to the Simply Incredible podcast, Daryl, aka The D. He was like one of the first channels that I saw when I got into comic books, and I watched his channel religiously. He may not know that, but I really do. And he's a great guy. He has a great channel. I love his stuff. Jim Comics is another fantastic page that I really enjoyed when I first got into comic books. I just loved his style, loved his commentary, and great guy, great channel. Kingdom Comics, fantastic dude. I really liked his channel when I was starting out. Not to say I don't now, but I'm just saying when I got into comic books, these are people I gravitated towards more. And Kingdom Comics was one of the first people, if not the first person I saw that did graded books. So that really intrigued me and kind of got the spark lit for me to do the same. So shout out to him. He's awesome. And Simple Man Comics, great channel. Great channel. I looked to their channel, or to that channel, weekly to see what was coming out for the upcoming week. So that was a fantastic channel for me. Definitely inspired me a lot. And Variant Comics, fantastic channel again. Just another really good channel that inspired me to do a lot of different things. So shout out to those guys and many more. I'm sure there are people I'm leaving out, but those are the people that I watch religiously, especially starting out in this comic book journey of mine. So shout out to you guys, fellas. You do a great job, and please keep it up. And if you're not subscribed to their channels, please be sure to do so. Tell them Grab Those Keys sent you. So with that being said, I have a lot of books next to me. I picked up about 32 or so for the June 12th haul, and I also have about 24 for the June 5th, 2019 haul. So let's have some fun, grab a snack, grab some juice, whatever it is you like to do, kick back, relax, and let's have some fun looking at some cool comics and talking about some things. I read a lot tonight. There was a lot of reading that happened today, but we'll go through that and have a good time. So without any further ado, let's start off with DC Superman issue number 12. You killed Krypton, and for that you must die. This was a great issue. I've been loving Superman so far. I can't speak highly about this enough. Just a great read, in my opinion. Something I always look forward to reading, and it is usually my first read of the night when it comes out. So Superman issue number 12. This is the A cover. Next up, Art Germ, kicking butt once again. Catwoman issue number 12. What's not to like about that beautiful cover right there? My buddies were already messing with me when we first saw this picture, and they knew that I was going to have at least a copy of this, and they were not wrong. I'm surprised I didn't get more. If I see another one, I may, but this is a pretty clean copy. Seems to be 9/8 condition, so we'll see what happens there. Detective Comics issue number 1005. Beautiful variant cover here. Had to pick that one up. Still not reading Detective Comics. But I will have all of them when I decide to read them. Event Leviathan, issue number 1, variant cover. Super dope. My girlfriend said this reminds her of Star Wars, and I do not disagree. Dope cover, had to have it. Derek Chew, at it again. The Flash, issue number 72, B cover. Beautiful cover there. I read chapter 1 of year 1 based off the recommendation of an awesome subscriber. Really appreciate you. Shout out to you, buddy. And really enjoyed it. So I continue to grab these now, not just for the cover, but also for the story. So next up, Wonder Woman, issue number 72. Fantastic cover by Jenny Frison. Really, really dope cover. She does not miss with these Wonder Woman covers. I've been stalking the Baltimore Comic-Con guest list, and she has not popped up on it yet. I'm sure she will. Fingers crossed. And I cannot wait to have another book signed and graded from her for sure. I definitely need a 9.8 in my collection from her. As a matter of fact, I think I have the book I want her to sign right here. I do. It is up here hiding from me. Here it is. This is definitely the one that I want her to sign and have graded. I believe this would be a 9.8, so perfect. Fingers crossed she decides to join us at Baltimore this year. Next up, Batman Who Laughs, issue number 6. Another awesome cover by Jenny. A style you don't see her do often, like the more horror style, you know, I guess that's a good way to put it. But I've been so used to her doing Wonder Woman and even Hex Wives for a minute there. But this was a good change of pace, so I had to grab it. That's it for DC this week. Pretty short. Now we're moving on to Marvel. First is Symbiote Spider-Man, issue number 3. Greg Land cover. Fantastic cover. I know this was a hot item today. There seemed to be no shortage in my area, at least not right now. But maybe that has changed. Maybe in the afternoon people decided to swoop down on them. Or maybe tomorrow, you know, people will grab up the rest. But I got my copy, great condition. Perfect. Spider-Man in the black suit, can't go wrong. War of the Realms, issue number 15. The Carnage cover, I guess you want to say. I'm not sure what we're calling this one, but I know that not all of the Venoms have the blood stains on them, so that's pretty cool. There were 2 at my shop when I got there, and I just happened to pick up one by mistake, if I'm being honest. I didn't know till I went to the register and my buddy informed me that that was the case. Spider-Man Life Story, issue number 4, The 90s. Can't wait to read this one. Had a blast reading the last issue, so I'm looking forward to reading all of these, but issue number 4 in particular for some reason. The 90s. Back by popular demand, The Immortal Hulk, issue number 19. Beautiful Alex Ross cover. I did not see too many of these. I guess people snatched them up early, but I was able to grab one from Second and Charles, so I was pretty excited about that. However, I did pre-order 2 copies of this amazing cover here. Spider-Man in a steel suit, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe that's a Lupacchio cover. Dope. Next up, we have Silver Surfer Black variant cover. Really, really cool cover there. And I also grabbed the Comics Pro cover as well by our good friend Adi Granoff. Great covers. Now we're moving on to this crazy stack of Image comics that I have. And let's have some fun here. First, we're going to start off with Orphan Age, issue number 3. Another one of my reads for the night. Fantastic story. I had to read issue number 2 to catch up. Then I went on to issue number 3. Scratch that. I read issue number 3 first, then issue number 2. Somehow I got that mixed up. But great, great story. I cannot wait for more of these issues to be released. Basically, the premise is, if you don't know already, 20 years ago, all the adults died, and basically the kids had to start from scratch, and it is wild. So there's a little bit of, I don't even know what to say, and I don't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't read it since it's still early, but that's basically the premise, and it's a good time. So if you're into that type of stuff, give it a shot. Orphan Age, issue number 3. Number 1 for today, by Aftershock Comics, Trust Fall. Really dope cover. I don't know much about what happens in this story or what the premise is for this story, but this is a dope cover, and I try to grab number 1s when I can. So the brief description that I read seems like this will be pretty much up my alley, but I gotta, open it to find out for sure. Dope cover. Action Lab, issue number 4, Sweetie. After reading issue number 1, I was thoroughly impressed. Can't wait to catch up. I am 3 issues behind at this point. They are on my reading list. I just haven't gotten to them yet, but I definitely will. Love the artwork, and I loved issue number 1. So if you're reading Sweetie, let me know what you think about it. Love to hear from you guys and gals. Another one by Action Lab, Banjax. I guess that's how we're pronouncing that. This is the variant, the B cover. Chapter 1, The Cure. Limited variant, it says up at the top. So that's pretty cool. Just couldn't pass this one up. The artwork is great. So had to have it. I have no idea what the story's about, but this cover was dope. And it's number 1, so can't go wrong. My local Second and Charles was doing buy 5 comics, get 5 free. My buddy Drew texted me and told me what was going on. He hit me to it, so I made sure to run over there and pick up some copies, and that was one of the ones that I picked up. Archie and Sabrina, Archie Comics, issue number 1 of 5. So this is Archie and Sabrina, Greetings from New York City. I got this mainly or strictly for my girlfriend. I always try to keep an eye out on things I think she might like, and this is definitely something that should be right up her alley. One of my favorite titles is back, Burger Books, She Could Fly, issue number 3, The Lost Pilot. And I grabbed 1 copy, made my way out of the store with another book that I'll show in a second, and the wind just kind of grabbed the bag from me and decided to slam it to the ground. Gave me a nice corner ding right down here, but luckily I was able to find another copy, so it's all good in the hood, as they say. She Could Fly, another read for the night. Fantastic read. We find out the ending to this issue was very satisfying. Can't wait for issue number 4 and subsequently issue number 5, but this was a great time. Just love the story, love the twist. And yeah, so if you're reading this one, I don't know many people that are. I don't think I know anybody who is. But if you are reading it, let me know what you think about it. Here we have the other book that the wind decided to carry away from me, and that is The Empty Man, issue number 8. Cullen Bunn, back at it again. Great story, great issue. If I'm being honest, the last few pages were fantastic. We got a new empty man, or the reveal of a new empty man, the ascendance of a new empty man, however you want to call it. But it was a great issue. Looking forward to issue number 9. The way it ended, I'm not sure if they're going on a break, but I'm here for it regardless. So I have 2 issues of that, or 2 copies, I should say, of that. Another one for the missus, Boombox, issue number 1, Lumberjanes. Somewhere That's Green. I figured she might like this one for some reason or another. Trying to rack up those cool points. Moving on to Image, we have Sonata, issue number 1. Gotta grab those issue number 1s from Image. They've been on fire lately. A lot of the independent books have been recently, but Image especially. So I figured I'd grab a copy because why not? Next we have issue number 1 of The Ride, Burning Desire. That is the A cover, and I also grabbed the B cover. This cover reminds me of Death or Glory, and that's pretty cool. I really love that title. Another read for the night, Prodigy, issue number 6. Fantastic issue. If you read it, you know what I'm talking about. It was great. Great. Not much more I could say other than it was fantastic. I'm not giving anything away, but dope issue. So issue number 6, Prodigy, A cover, if I'm not mistaken. Outer Darkness is back again. Love this title. Love everything about this book. Love the outer space deal. Love the horror spin they have put on this. Love just all the elements, the magic that's in here. They seem to throw everything into a pot and stir it up, and it makes for a great read. So I always make sure to read this when this comes out. Tonight was no exception. I'm glad I did. Can't wait for issue number 8. Issue number 2, Gogher. I did not read this one tonight, but I will get to it soon. But I had to pick it up because I enjoyed issue number 1. So can't wait to see how things shake out with this title. But I have it, and I will be reading it soon. My last read for this night, or for tonight, was Unnatural, issue number 10. This is the A cover. Great issue. Some questions were answered. Just a fantastic time. Unnatural has been a really good read in my opinion, so I'm just happy to be able to read it when it comes out. Looking forward to issue number 11 because issue number 10 was so good. We actually got to find out who the villain is, I guess, so to speak. So that was a good time. It's been many issues in the making, but it did not disappoint. So there you have it, my friends, for June 12th, 2019. And now we can move into June 5th, 2019. We're going to start off with one of my favorites. The first read for that week, Adventures of the Super Sons, issue number 11, From the Darkness, Doomsdame. This is issue number 11 of the 12-issue maxi series. I'm going to be sad when this stops because I really enjoy the Super Sons. I won't say too much more than that because if you've been here for a while, you know how I feel about the Super Sons. Also, we have issue number 6 of Shazam. His father's return may destroy the Shazam family. Great issue. I'm loving Shazam. I still have not seen the movie. I don't know what I'm waiting on, but I know it's released next month. I think on the 7th. You know, Blu-ray, DVD type of thing, and I'll definitely be picking it up then. But I love the comic, having a great time reading it, so I will continue to do so. Shazam, issue number 6. That is the A cover. And I also grabbed this beautiful B cover, which I believe is the Shirahama cover. Fantastic. This might have to be graded. Deceased, issue number 2. The A cover. I haven't read this yet, but I heard good things about it last week when it came out. So if you've read it, let me know what you think about it. I also grabbed the Nightmare on Elm Street homage cover. 2 of those bad boys right there, because I'm a huge horror movie buff, and Nightmare on Elm Street is just one of those, you know, high-ranking movies, especially growing up. Now those horror movies are like basically comical. As you grow up, they lose their scare factor and they just become laughable, but classic nonetheless. Moving on to Marvel, Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, issue number 9. Love this issue. I thought this battle was going to be pretty epic. She served Man Wolf up like he was nothing. It took a panel and a half, basically, but I really enjoyed it. I love Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider. I always look forward to reading these issues when they come out. This was no exception. Fun read, and yeah. Old Man Quill, issue number 6. Dope issue. The last panel for my buddy Eric. Your buddy shows up in this one and made me think about you. So if you're looking for something new to read, I know you're always looking for Galactus, so you might want to grab this one if you like. So Old Man Quill, issue number 6. Dope book. Another one I don't hear much about, but I enjoy it. Next, we have Savage Avengers, issue number 2. Great read. Here on the cover, we have Wolverine and Conan going at it, battling it out. But this was a fantastic read. I can't wait to read issue number 3. The first issue, I wasn't sure how I was going to adjust to the new writer. You know, being that I loved Al Ewing on the last No Road Home and No Surrender. But this is great. It exceeds expectations, so I'm having a good time, and I can't wait for the next issue. Marvel's 25th, Deadpool exclusive Scarlet Witch and Vision, An Illicit Affair. This is really dope. Reminds you of those old magazine covers. Really beautiful artwork here. Really clean cover too. Didn't see many of these around last week, so I was pretty excited I was able to grab one. Guardians of the Galaxy Annual number 1. Now that I'm finally finished, now that I'm finally finished, the, what's it called? Oh man, brain fart. What is it? Bear with me. Infinity Wars. There it is. Sorry about that. Now that I'm finally finished Infinity Wars, I can start reading this run of Guardians of the Galaxy, and I cannot wait. I hear it's really good. So, but I also heard that I needed, or it would be nice to have read the Infinity Wars before moving on to this, because it kind of falls right into it. So I did that. Now I cannot wait to catch up on Guardians of the Galaxy. Dope cover. War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas. You have failed as a leader, Amadeus. We've lost because of you. Grave miscalculation. Really cool cover, in my opinion. Can't wait to read this stuff, or this title, but I'll get around to it at some point. So much to read, so little time. Moving on, we have Black Cat variant cover. How beautiful is that? Had to grab it. Have no intentions on reading Black Cat, but just could not pass up that cover. I also was able to grab the PS4 Spider-Man game variant as well, which is also stunning. Incredible Hulk, 80 Years, Last Call. Dope cover. That is issue number 1. I also made sure to grab this Iron Man. Let me check the number. This is Iron Man issue number 12. Battle Lines cover. The only one for that week. Super dope. Can't go wrong with those Battle Lines covers. Gotta catch them all. Moving on to Independence now. We have Rocko's Modern Afterlife, issue number 3 of 4. I have really been enjoying Rocko's Modern Afterlife. I'm finally caught up, and I'm not disappointed. It's like the cartoon on paper. They have not missed a beat with the tone of the show, with the characters. It's just like watching the show, which makes it really enjoyable and a really fast read. So this is the A cover, followed by the B cover. I've been able to collect all of these B cover connecting variants. Hopefully I don't miss out on issue number 4, and I can collect that one as well. It would be really dope to have these graded as well. So the goal this year is to get as many runs completed and graded in 9.8. I've gotten 1 so far. I want to see how many I can get by the time the year's up. My goal is at least 3, so we'll see if we can hit that. Easier said than done. That I'm well aware of. Next up, we have Thumbs. Heard a lot about this last week. Haven't had a chance to read it, but I will do so at some point. Pretty hefty book, but I'll get to it. Let's go with Devil's Due Comics. Gus Sphinx, Boogly Heads. Really like this cover. Reminds me of like Coraline or something along those lines. A movie which I fell asleep on like 4 times in the theaters in one sitting. Something I will never forget. But this is a really dope cover. I love anything horror, creepy related, so wasn't going to pass up on this variant. Special edition number 1. Back to Image, we have Man Eaters, issue number 9. I believe there's some controversy going on as it relates to this issue. So that's always interesting, I guess I want to say. So, issue number 9. Last, but definitely not least, we have The Walking Dead, issue number 192. And I was able to get my hands on 3 copies of that bad boy. So that was pretty cool, if I do say so myself. But that's it, my friends. I hope you had a great time watching the video. I hope you saw some books that you liked. Like I always say, let me know what you missed out on, what you grabbed this week that you were really excited about, what you're reading that you're really pumped about. I always like to hear what people are reading. I always like to get recommendations. So don't be shy. Shout at me in the comments, and I love to hear from each and every one of you. So with that being said, get back out there, my friends, and grab those